Hey friends, this is Kristen Fagan here for a take two of yesterday's Free Spirit Beading episode. We had some technical difficulties yesterday, so I am here today and just gonna give another minute or two and then I will be on here live. I see a few of you joining us already so fast. Thank you guys for being here. We are going to look really quick at the Pantone collection. I covered that yesterday, so I'll just go through it really fast, and then we will try and work on our multi-strand bracelet. Hi, Tony. Hi, Linda. Hi, Susanna. You are welcome for the redo. I was so frustrated yesterday, and my internet continued to drop for a couple of hours after the video, so it just wasn't going to work out yesterday. Hi, Nikki. All right, I see a few of you jumping on here. So how is everybody doing today? Surprise, I'm here on a Tuesday for our take two redo of the video we started yesterday, but the internet was just not playing nice, and so had to cut it short. Thanks everyone for joining us here in round two. I am Kristen Fagan. I am a graphic designer and jewelry educator here at softluxcompany.com. Hello, hello, hello. And today we're going to be looking at the new spring summer Pantone color collection. We have so many new items that we put up online the last couple of weeks, and so we'll run through that real fast. And then we will go and work on our multi-strand bracelet and earrings that are from the 2021 Pantone spring summer bead mix that you can find at softluxcompany.com. And currently we've got a spend $59 or more, get $15 credit for your next order promotion running. It is good until today, April 6th at midnight Pacific time, and you will be able to get $15 credit for your next order. You must be logged in with your customer account, and if you don't have an account, just simply create it on the website, log in, place your order, and then we can give you your credit. If you're not logged in and you're checking out as a guest, there's no way for us to be able to apply the credit to your account. So just a note on that, make sure you're logged in when you shop. And if you're over $59 subtotal, you will get $15 store credit added into your account by tomorrow. You'll have a time frame in which you're able to spend that. I believe it's April 26th is when that deal ends, and if you don't use your credit by then, you forfeit that money. So just be aware of that. Hello, Anita and Gail. We have a bunch of you, Diane and Joyce and Donna and Deborah, Francine, Diane, Philomena, Carol. Great to see you all today. All right, let's switch down to my beading table and take a look at beads. That's what we're all here for, right? Here for the beads. So I will start with our Softluxe Pantone collection. This is the quad, and I am holding larger spools, just so you know, size-wise. I'm holding 30-foot or 100-foot spools, but you'll be getting 10-foot spools if you purchase the quad together. So just be aware of that. So you get tanzanite, yellow, purple and pink tourmaline in the quad. It is a great set to try all of these really fun colors. You can use them together, you can use them separately, and then we do sell all of these colors separate in 30 feet and 100 feet spools, so that if you like one of these colors a lot, after trying them out in the quad, you can always purchase more. These are all Soft Flex medium diameter, and that is the 0.019. Soft Flex, if you've never used it before, it is a bead stringing wire. It's a stainless steel core. It has 49 strands in the medium that is micro braided in a patented braid, and then it is colored and nylon coated. So none of these will ever tarnish or flake off or anything like that. The color is put on there in a way that the nylon protects it. It's wonderful for bead stringing, super strong and flexible, and we are going to crimp with it today using our 2x2 millimeter crimp tubes and our magical crimping pliers. So that's the quad. That's what inspired all of the other beads that we've got going on here. Some of the little mixes that we've got to match the quad is we have our raspberry sorbet. You can find all of these at softflexcompany.com. And these were made for us from our friends at Jesse James Beads. This is the illuminating yellow Pantone color of the year. And they are exclusive to us. Here is the amethyst orchid with the purple Soft Flex. This one is going really quickly. I think we may only have like 4 of these left, and all of them are limited. So once they're gone, they're gone. So if you are a purple lover, make sure to pick this one up super quick. And lastly is the this is the ultimate gray is what we're calling this, but it's mostly a mix of like whites and clear and silver. And I will just show it to you with the tanzanite, which is what I'm going to be using today on our project. So in addition to the mini mixes, we have a few bead strands as well. Oh, that's a good question. Hey, Sharon says, I saw a question the other day about the wire. Will it bleed over time with wear or when wet? It will not. It is marine quality. You can wear it in and out of water, including fresh water and salt water. It is not going to bleed over time. It's not going to wear. It's, yeah, I mean, I've had some of my wire I've had for a decade and still looks as good as the day I got it. All right, so we've got a few strands here. These are 2 of our Pantone color strands. We've got the illuminating yellow and we've got the purple orchid. Again, the strands are made for us exclusive from our friends at Jesse James Beads, and they are limited quantity and only made for Soft Flex, so you can only get them here. We have a few of the egg hunt strands. I think we've got about 6 of these left. These are so gorgeous. I actually really love these crystal beads in the middle and how they have that AB kind of finish in there. And cage beads are always really fun to design with. This is just such a beautiful strand. We have 6 of these left, almost gone. They were from our last mystery kit, the Egg Hunt Mystery Design Kit. And then this time we've got this pink one, which is from the Resort Chic Mystery Design Kit. We have a blue one too, but we actually sold out of the blue already. The blue just flew. So we still have the pink. And if you haven't picked up a mystery kit yet, the new one, Resort Chic, is based on fashion designer Lily Pulitzer. And it's a mix of some pinks and blues and really gorgeous strands in there. I can't tell you anymore because it's a mystery, but I will tell you that the bead strands are not included in the kit. However, they do complement the kit. So they give you a little hint. The red and the blue strand you can take a look at on our website at softflexcompany.com just to get a little hint for that. So I'll move these aside. And now we're going to get to the mix of the hour here, the mix of the day. I am playing with the 2021 Spring Summer Pantone Bead Mix, and that's what it's called. If you find it online, you should be able to find it right on our homepage. I already started to string a little bit going in here. So everything in my bracelet today that I am using is, except for the wire and the crimps and the clasp, all the other beads and the cones all come in this bead mix. Let me just make sure I don't have any questions to answer. I see a few comments coming by, so just give me a second. Make sure. Loving Softlex, new Softlex addict in the house. Welcome. You are in good company. Let's see. Yeah, that's a very good point, Softlex Company. Thomas is here helping me with links and comments. They are saying that we have had wire come with us to trade shows for demos, and the jewelry that's made with our wire there has lasted through lots of abuse and travel for decades. So we've had quite a few demo pieces that we used to bring to show to show to show, and we used to do upwards of like 50 trade shows a year back in the day. When I first started, we were around 50 with 2 trade show groups of people that would go to different places sometimes at the same time. So demo jewelry has really, it goes all over the place, and it's fantastic condition. All right. All right, so let's get started. So before I start, I have these really cute earrings that I made with the cones and the beads, and all of these beads here are all from this mix. So this is all in the same mix that I'm going to be using today, the 2021 Spring Summer Pantone Bead Mix. These are cute little Softlex tassel earrings, and I just had fun with this little design. I used the smaller beads that were in the mix, the pinks and the yellows and the blues, used the cone as my little topper, and then put a bead on top. And if you would like to know how to do something like this, I did a tutorial a while back. I actually have it linked in the description in the Softlex YouTube video if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you're not, I did share the link with Thomas. Yeah, and he just went and linked it for us there. It was the tassel earrings with cones and beading wire. So you can look and check out that tutorial to see how to do something similar. I used all 4 colors from the Pantone quad in this. So you'll see the tanzanite purple, the pink, and the yellow, just matching with the beads. Super cute. Maybe I'll do that again another time, but since I already have a tutorial for that, I figured I would just share that tutorial and you guys can check out how to make that. We're also going to make these earrings today, so I'll put that aside. We'll make the other one of those earrings. Okay, so I have 2 strands of tanzanite beading wire that I cut in the medium 0.019. I have about 12 inches of each strand, and then I have a bead stopper on this end to hold what I started with together. Like I said, all of these beads and components are in that mix. So because they came with cones, I really wanted to play with cones, which is why I made that earring there, and we're going to make a nice double strand bracelet here. But you can use cones to make a lot of different multi-strand designs, and it just helps to kind of gather all your wire in at the end. So you could make a 3-strand, a 4-strand. You can turn this into a necklace easily by just going like that and then crimping or even just stringing up through the top. So there's a lot of ways you can use cones when you're trying to do a multi-strand design. So I'm just going to go one by one. I'm going to clip on this one here and just keep going with this. I have half of them strung at the moment. And this way I can show you some of the pretty beads in this mix as we string. There's these little, or these I don't know, these probably 8mm, 6mm. I think they're 8, like yellow crackle beads. We've got these blue twisted beads. These nice spacers. I'm going to hopefully try and keep my pattern. I have half of it strung, so I'm just going to string the other half. But when I talk, I tend to mess up my pattern sometimes. So hopefully I can keep it together. They come with these really pretty bead caps and quite a few of them. I think there were maybe 6 in the mix. I like how they look like flower petals. This is a two-tone fire polish type of bead with metallic on one side in that pretty tanzanite color. All right, I think we're all set there on strand number 1. And you can just use your bead stopper. If you've never used these before, they are fantastic to just clip on the end of your wire and hold your beads in place. And now I'm going to start working on this side. We've got these really big teardrops. Barbara is asking, what stringing material do you recommend for pearls and tiny beads? I would recommend our fine diameter in soft flex or soft touch. And if they're even smaller holes and you can't get through the fine, then you can go down to very fine, which we have in our soft touch. But I would try the fine first because you really want to use the smallest diameter that fits through your beads. Did I say that right? No, the largest diameter that fits through your beads to offer the best strength. So if you can get fine through the beads, then that's the one to stick with. If you cannot get fine through because they're just too itty bitty, then you can go down to the next one. I suggest soft flex and I suggest soft touch if you want more of a thread-like silky drape. The soft touch is 50% more flexible than soft flex. However, it does not come in all the different colors, so you'll just have to do that in the satin silver color. But if you're covering the whole wire, then that works just fine. Where's another one of my bead caps? There one is. I'll show that one again. These are so pretty. I actually like how many of the silver pieces came in this particular mix. It was a lot of spacers and bead caps, and the cones. It was really a great combination of items. We've got these really pretty purple round beads, and then we have these gorgeous tanzanite with an AB finish. And another like twisty bead. This is kind of a light purple, like a really, really light purple. All right, so I made my strands about the same size, beaded. You can see them lined up together here. They are just about the same size. Where is a cone? So this mix comes with 4 cones, so you can easily make your tassel earrings and your bracelet. We're going to string both wires through the cone. Barbara is asking, does Softflex make a 49 strand in fine or super fine? So the fine and the very fine are a smaller strand count. The 49 strand is in medium and in heavy. We do, however, have an EconoFlex Pro line. It's called Pro EconoFlex, and that one is a 49 strand in the fine. So the difference between the product lines is Softflex and Soft Touch are made in the USA. Pro EconoFlex is not, it's made overseas, but we were able to get a 49 strand product in the fine if that's important to you. You can take a look at that product line instead. All right, so now we've got our cone going through both, and then I'm going to string on this purple bead going through both as well. And I'm just going to clip on my bead stopper to check on the shape. And when you're using multiple strands with the bead stopper, you want to make sure to get one strand inside a different coil, just like I've done here. Because if you get two strands back to back in one coil, then one of them is going to slide out and you're going to be really sad because it's a possibility of you dropping those beads. So before I add any clasp or do any crimping, I'm just going to take my bracelet, put it in a bracelet shape, and take a look to make sure the size seems okay and that everything is fitting together nicely. I made sure to pull my wires up through the cone, and that looks like it's laying really well together at these sizes. So if you had one strand that was too long or too short, this would be how you would kind of take a look and just double check that everything is laying nicely for you. And then you can even wrap it around your wrist. Check that you are doing okay on size to add my little clasp back there and see how they fit. Oh, wonderful. Becky says I sent you an email yesterday. Yes, I did get it. I didn't respond yet, but I did get it. And I will be shipping out your prize soon. I'm so excited for you. You will have some fun mail coming to you. So I also have this really great little charm. This comes in the mix too. So the only thing I'm adding here is a lobster clasp. Everything else I've used came in the mix. I have this sweet little spacer that I think I'm going to use as a little jump ring connector on the end. And the reason I'm going to do that is because it's closed. So I have less of a chance of anything kind of falling open from the jump ring. Which side do I want to use? Maybe this side. So now we'll just finish off our bracelet. I'm going to take out a couple of crimps. Such pretty colors. I agree. I mean, it's just such like, it's like a, just a spring bouquet. So now I'm going to go ahead and take a 2x2 millimeter crimp tube and slide it down both wires. And then I'm going to grab this little end piece here and use that as a closed jump ring on one end. Let me just check before I do anything and make sure that this will clip onto it. I think it will. Yeah, that was my plan. Okay. What length is the bracelet before the clasp? Let me put this back on and give you a measurement. Shelly is asking, now I have a little bit larger of a wrist than most, and you do, let's see, so it's about 7 inches. It's just shy of 7 inches right now. And when I put, oops, excuse me, when I put it on my wrist, I have about that much space for adding my clasp, which is usually takes up about a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch to add your clasp on there. And because these beads are so large, I need my bracelet to be a little bit larger. When you have tinier beads, a smaller bracelet's going to fit. But when you have larger beads, it takes up a lot more space when you go around. All right, what side was I on? This side here. Where did my crimp go? Oh, my crimp fell inside my bead. Let's see. All right, let's pull that back down. Okay, so I've got the crimp going down the 2 strands of wire. I have 1 strand of wire going around the my little jump ring, and then I'm taking that one that has the jump ring on it back down through the crimp, just like so. So you still have this one kind of hanging out here, and that's because you can get 3 passes of a Softflex medium through that 2x2 crimp tube. So that's why I have one kind of up front and one at bottom. I'm just going to take my chain nose pliers and pull my wire so I can get this to be a nice small loop. And I want this to be able to move around a little bit. Okay. So once I'm happy with the position, I'm going to place my crimp tube right in the center of my magical crimping pliers. They have 1 notch, so I'm placing that right in the center. And you can use regular crimping pliers here too. Give it a good squeeze. Turn it 90 degrees, place it back in that notch. And then I'm going to go around a couple more times. Then I'm going to take my flush cutters, take the flat side right up to your crimp as close as you can get it without cutting your bracelet wire, and trim off the excess. And so I've got my one end there, and then I'm going to put my clasp on the other end. Oh no, don't lose the wire. Okay, there we go. So on this side, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add my crimp down both pieces of wire, and then I'm going to add my clasp. I usually choose the whatever tail is the longest because that's going to be the easier one to get back into my crimp tube. You don't want to have to struggle with this teeny tiny one if you don't need to. So that's why I always choose the longest tail to come back down and pull that lobster clasp in. Okay, so before we crimp on this side, I got to make sure my bracelet is going to be okay in a loop position, because if I crimp it straight, it's going to be too tight and it's not going to loop. So let's clip it in. Hopefully that works. I might have to add another. Oh, it might be too big. Oh, I'm going to have to add another jump ring on this side, but that's all right. I'm still happy with having that there because I know that will be a secure connection since there's no opening, and I'll just add a jump ring there to attach my lobster clasp too. Okay, so next you have to make sure that your bracelet is going to work in that nice round shape before you crimp it. You want to make sure it's not too tight. And I'm also checking to make sure I don't have too much wire sticking out there. So everything is nice and where I want it to be. And then I can go ahead and crimp. Trim off my excess. I'm going to unhook this guy and I'm just going to add a little jump ring. Rhonda says, I never thought to use the daisy spacer as part of the clasp. Well, it didn't work out perfectly for me this time, but I am still happy I did it because I know it's better than having an opening from your jump ring. So you can also use a split ring if you want it to be secure, or a soldered jump ring so it doesn't have that opening. But it is nice that that kind of came with my, that little daisy spacer came with my mix. And now I can connect it to the jump ring there, no problem. And lastly, I have this sweet little charm we can add. So using my chain nose pliers, you can either use 2 chain nose, or I've got a chain nose and a flat nose here. Grab a hold of your jump ring, right where it opens. Just twist your wrist to open it to the side. Slide it. I might have to twist that just a little bit bigger. I'm going to slide this on to the little daisy spacer. And then I'm going to take my 2 pliers and twist that closed. You always want to make sure you're twisting to the side with jump rings. And there you have it with a sweet little charm, flower charm on there to boot. Oh, Brenda, your computer is freezing up. I hope it's not me. I hope it's not me. Hope everyone else is seeing okay. So here is my final design. Show you guys how you can take those beads from the mix and make a double strand, or if you wanted to add more beads, you can do a triple strand. And then if you didn't want to make a bracelet, you can also use this same idea to create, probably got to go this way, to create a necklace. It's going to be a little bit different in shape. You're going to want to have one of your strands larger than the other for a necklace design. Unless you wanted to do something where you can kind of twist them. I've seen that. That's really fun. And in this case, it would just go like that, and you can go up through the cones. So now let's make our matching earring, shall we? So we've got this beautiful earring here. I'm going to use the tanzanite wire again. Look at all these beads I have left too. So I'm just going to cut about 4 to 6 inches around there of beading wire. It tends to be way more than I need, but I'm going to slide down my crimp tube, and then I'm going to go back up and create a loop. And this is going to be what I call a soft flex head pin. So I'm going to straighten out my wires here before I crimp so that they are parallel. That just ensures that my wire stays a lot straighter. I'm going to go ahead and crimp. It creates those 4 pinched corners. Put it back into my crimping plier at 90 degrees. Find that little notch again. Crimp again. And then go around to create my little ball. And then I'm going to use my flush cutters to cut that loop off right at the end and cut off this tail as well. And now we've got this cute little soft flex head pin. So I can go ahead and add my bead, and then I'm going to use one of those little daisy spacers again in between. We've got this beautiful big pink bead there next. And now I'm going to create the loop on the top. So string on a 2x2 millimeter crimp tube. Go back down. I don't know if you guys have been watching our reels on Instagram, but I did this on Instagram, on the Softflex Company Instagram channel. Yesterday, I did a little reel for this design. So it shows it to you in like 30 seconds. So what I'm doing now is just checking that my loop here looks like this one. And as you can see, it's much bigger still. So I have to pull on that wire and make it smaller. And then that looks a lot better. So now I'm ready to crimp. Yeah, so Sarah has been doing most of the reels, but I started to do a couple here and there. And since I was so frustrated yesterday with not being able to get the video to work, once my internet came back, I was like, let me go do a reel. Let me feel productive. And now I'm just going to add my ear wire. Just like you open up the jump ring, you're going to just twist this to the side to open up your ear wire. Slide on your loop and then twist it back closed. And there you go, quick pair of fun soft flex earrings. I love how just the little tanzanite peeks out. And do you see how the tanzanite changed the color to purple in between the pink beads because of the blue and the pink? I thought that was really fun. It brought in that purple color without even realizing it. So those are our 2 designs today. You can also make these tassel earrings from that mix. And like I said, I've got the description link in YouTube to link to that tassel earring video I did a while back. And Thomas also shared it here in the chat. So you can get all of these designs out of this one mix here. And I still have beads to play with that I haven't touched yet. So I've got these great little baubles, which are super fun. I mean, these you can do just adding them to a really fun ear wire and you're good to go. Got 2 of these fun saucer spacers in there. These little rondelle beads, couple of those. I love these matte yellow little rondelle beads. Also these spacers, how many of these did we get? I think there's 1, 2, I used 1 in the bracelet there. So maybe 3 or 4. Those spacer beads. And then lastly, these cute Cute, cute, cute little hot pink beads. So that's everything that comes in the mix. Barbara's asking who carries Softflex products and of course the best prices. So yeah, lots of Softflex is saying lots of local bead stores and online shops carry our products. I don't know about the prices of everybody. We give them a suggested retail price. So you're going to have to just check some of your favorite locations out. And we do have memory wire. Barbara's asking, does Softflex sell memory wire? Yes, we do. We love memory wire. So we do sell memory wire bracelet. I think we have necklace and the cutters as well. It's really important to pick up memory wire cutters if you do not have the cutters, because they will ruin your, let's do this one. They will ruin your regular cutters. Memory wire is super hard. You definitely need special memory wire cutters to work with. So you guys, we did it. My internet stayed on. It played nice today. So happy that I got to jump back on here and create with you all, share this beautiful new mix and these design ideas with you. I hope that you'll go check it out at softflexcompany.com. Technical issues are never any fun. Nope. And we still have this spend $59 or more, get $15 store credit for your next order going until the end of today, April 6th at midnight Pacific time. You do need to be logged in and have a customer account so that we can go ahead and place that credit on your account when you place your order. So make sure you do that. It's not valid with any other discounts. And as always, we have free shipping on all orders over $49 plus when you shop with us at softflexcompany.com. So thank you guys so much. Really fun to see you all again. And who knows, maybe I'll surprise you one more time this week. We know that Sarah is having a lovely spring break vacation, so possibly you'll see more of me. Stay tuned. And if you want to join me on Free Spirit Beading, I am live on Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific time every Monday here on the Softflex Company YouTube channel and Facebook page. So have a wonderful week. See you all real soon, and make some beautiful spring jewelry. These colors are just so happy and optimistic and fun, aren't they? And man, do they, I think they look like this lady over here. Lady in the Daisies. She just seems to be screaming spring, doesn't she? You're welcome. All right. Oh yeah, Barbara says, did that. Not again. Memory wire cutters are for sure needed. You do not want to ruin your regular beading cutters. You'd be really sad. And I don't know that it will cut very well in the process either. All right, everybody. Have a good one. Thanks for joining me. Bye.